This is episode 1964 of the Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, and here you are, showing up for yourself as you get ready to meditate. We continue with our series to heal soul wounds. And in today's episode, you will discover an affirmation meditation technique you can do today as you meditate. Affirmations are positive statements that help you focus on an intention. And in this week's series, you have a little challenge. Your challenge is to practice non-judgment. When you are healing from a soul wound, you may find yourself judging others, feeling grief, anger, resentment. You may feel as though you're victimized. The 5 soul wounds are rejection, injustice, abandonment, treason or betrayal, and humiliation. Experts believe that we experience 2 dominant soul wounds. Think about the soul wounds you are experiencing right now in your life. These may be wounds you've carried around for years, or maybe you recently experienced one of these deep soul wounds. If you've been through betrayal in a relationship, even amongst family members, or maybe you have a child that has emotional or physical challenges, or maybe you've been through a war or a very traumatic event in your life, or the breakup of a family. These are deep soul wounds, especially if they came on suddenly, where it seemed as though someone put a new screen of your life in front of you the moment it happened. And from that point onward, your life was forever changed. As you go throughout this week's journey, I want to share with you some ways to make the most of the journey and also to honor yourself. I mention honoring yourself a lot here on the podcast. That's because it's so common to mask your emotions, to cover up what you're really experiencing. And if you are here listening to this episode, whether you are planning to sit down and meditate or not, because maybe you aren't to the point where you're actually seated meditating, maybe you're still learning about meditation and practicing the techniques and becoming familiar with the concept of experiencing stillness within. This is something that doesn't always come naturally. Usually it's necessary to practice stillness before you really feel it within yourself. If you are here to sit down and meditate, you are at the perfect point to remove the mask and allow yourself to be exactly who you are. Your wounds, your scars, and all. So one thing you could do to help yourself along with this journey is to choose a place where you meditate this week that might be different from where you normally meditate. Create this as a place you go when you feel wounded, when you want to heal. This could be someplace in your home. It could be a quiet, dark room. It could be someplace outside your home where you feel safe. I know someone who takes a walk with their dog every day, and they walk to an ancient oak tree. And they lean against the oak tree because they feel as though it's imparting wisdom to them. Think about where you could spend time as you meditate and do the techniques this week, as you care for your soul wounds. You might include candlelight this week, times where you sit and reflect and sip a cup of tea. We sell lots of herbal teas, organic and sustainably sourced, on the Sip and Om website now. Herbal teas can benefit you in a powerful way. Tea was what initially slowed me down. When I lived in Japan, I would sit with the rest of the people in the office in Tokyo where I worked, and there were several tea breaks throughout the day. And it used to be where I would just skip my tea break and continue working, feeling I didn't need a break. And pretty soon I joined the others and would sit and quietly sip my tea and reflect, and I would come away refreshed from this experience. So maybe you need to pour a cup of tea and slow down. You might want to play music. Music is a powerful way to ground yourself. As you heal your soul, you may even have certain songs that you associate with your wound. You might even pick a new song to celebrate an inner renewal. You might have someone you share your journey with. I hope you have someone like that in your life. Someone who you can let down the mask. Someone who sees you for who you really are and appreciates you. You might want to share your soul journey with them this week. So as you settle yourself down now and get ready to meditate, your affirmation is, I release judgment. I release judgment. As you calm your mind and body, repeat the affirmation out loud several times. Feel the power of your voice. You can heal yourself with this power. And then allow yourself to whisper the affirmation a few times. I release judgment. Notice how you feel, and then interiorize the affirmation even more as you mentally repeat it. I release judgment. Very nice. If you'd like the full guided meditations, those are on the Sip and Om meditation app. The app takes you more deeply into each series with half-hour guided meditations and a journal and a slow down guide accompanying each weekly series. Settle down now and meditate, repeating, I release judgment. You are so worth slowing down for.